We are here today in order to witness the launching of the new revised edition of the laws of St. Christopher and Nevis. It is indeed a historic moment for my government, because it was back in 2002 that my government made a commitment to consolidate, to revise and publish a new revised edition of the laws of St. Christopher and Nevis. My government also made a commitment to establish a sound and sustainable mechanism to ensure future regular publication of law revision supplements. As you're aware, our laws were last revised back in 1961. This means that prior to the consolidation, revision, and preparation of the new edition, 2002, which is being published and launched today, I should say, our laws have not been updated for a period of over 48 years. This state of affairs has caused much frustration among the users of our laws, and this was, of course, unacceptable to my government, hence the launching of the Law Reform Revision Project today. I want to recall, for your own memory, the 2008 budget address, when the Minister of Finance stated as follows: the Law Revision Project, now in its final stages of implementation, will continue during 2009. As stated in last year's budget address, under this particular project, all the laws of the Federation will be updated and a system put in place for them to be continuously updated. This project has been costly, but it is a very small price to pay when compared to the benefits to be derived. One major benefit would be that all our laws would now be in electronic form and therefore much more accessible to legal professionals and the general public also. End of quote. I would wish to state here that part of the reason for the costliness of this project has been the lengthy period between the last revised edition and the current new revised edition. I am therefore delighted with this in this afternoon's proceedings, particularly because by launching our new revised edition, St. Kitts and Nevis will be one of the few Caribbean territories boasting of a modernized set of laws with mechanisms and systems that are in place to continuously update and revise our laws in the future. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, prior to the publication of the new revised edition, it was extremely difficult to locate and ascertain the current state of the law in many areas. Legal practitioners and other users of the law would have to wade through several documents, including amendments, to find the law as it stands today. At the end of that grueling exercise, there would still be some uncertainty as to the current state of the law. This has had a negative effect on our legal system and our own dispensation of justice. Moreover, there were some inconsistencies. There were several discrepancies and mistakes in our written laws which were identified by the law revision team. The necessary law revision amendment bills were prepared and tabled in the National Assembly to remove those inconsistencies, those discrepancies, and the mistakes. The launch of the new revised edition of our laws today would put an end to that kind of frustration, the uncertainty and the difficulties in ascertaining the true and current state of our laws. In addition, I emphasize that there are numerous benefits to be derived from this law revision project. I would now wish to simply outline some of those benefits to you. One, the question of accessibility that was mentioned earlier by our distinguished Attorney General. Having created a reliable electronic database of our laws, we can now quickly access any written law up to the year 2002. Two, reliability, in that any written law can now be quickly located as and when such written law is required. Three, consistency. Consistency in that legal issues or matters will be dealt with in a consistent manner as a result of having a reliable laws database. Four, enhancing the proficiency and integrity of the judiciary and the legal profession, thereby creating certainty in the legal system. Five, building of local capacity to ensure the sustainability of the laws database that has been created. This has been achieved through the training of our local people in desktop publishing in particular. Six, cost efficiency. That's needed urgently today, in that there will be no vast amount of funds required in the future for the consolidation, for the revision and preparation of law revision supplements once the annual updates are made to this new revised edition. Seven, the establishment of an electronic laws database to provide that foundation for reviewing and reforming our laws, especially social legislation, which affect the welfare of our people, particularly those who are most vulnerable. It will also provide the foundation for reviewing our Constitution, which is one of the important priorities of my government during this particular term. Eight, the creation of a mechanism to carefully examine the sub-regional, regional, and international obligations of our Federation with a view to incorporating, where necessary, some of those obligations into our own domestic laws. These benefits, therefore, clearly speak to the fact that my government is committed to upholding the rule of law, good governance, and justice for all. This project has in effect laid down the necessary foundation upon which our democratic institutions will be further strengthened. And so I want to end by thanking and complimenting those who I believe need public commendation and recognition. Firstly, of course, I will go to the former Attorneys General, Patrice Nisbett, and of course, our distinguished Dr. Dennis Merchant, and our present Attorney General, the distinguished Patrice Nisbett, and also the ever hard-working, the one whom Chief Justice Rollins was able to bring to our shores, Israel Mukasa and his team. And so, having said all of that, may it now please Your Excellency that I take my seat.